welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a very interesting video, and it's always interesting to see what Lady C has to say about Meghan and Harry, because she's always on the money. She runs a YouTube channel and she covers all of their hot mess and their trash talk on her channel. I did post on one of my videos about signing the petition to have their title stripped, which Lady C started up for all of us, so I hope that you guys did go ahead and sign it. And she has basically said that the mystery around the birth of their second child has literally all been done for money and for fame, and she herself, of all people, knows best what their true intentions are. She was in the royal family for a very short period of time, but she has really been very critical and watched this whole drama and story unfold, and I always find her to be very accurate with her findings. Right, so we're getting into this. All about fame. Meghan deliberately creates mystery around royal birth. Lady C claims Meghan Markle deliberately creates enigmas around the birth of her children as she seeks fame and fortune. Lady Colin Campbell has said Meghan Markle, 39, last week welcomed her second child, Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor, with Prince Harry, 36, after giving birth to their son Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor in 2019. Lady C has spoken out as to why there was a tremendous great deal of mystery around the births of the Sussex children, and claimed it's because the Duchess seeks fame and fortune. On her YouTube channel, Lady Colin, who has written a number of royal autobiographies, answered a question from a fan that read, "Why so much muddy water around the birth of Archie when there is none around Charlotte, George or Louis?" Which is true. I mean, Kate is very generous with sharing her children with us, and we are always welcome to see their development. We are always welcome to see nice pictures of them that she takes. She's an avid lover of photography, and she takes the most beautiful photos, family shots that are so raw and organic and authentic, and she shares it to the world, for all of us to enjoy and see how they're growing up nicely. And it's so refreshing. There are oftentimes a lot of our most favourite celebrities out there who decide to announce that they are going to have children, and influencers do this as well, which I find quite frustrating. If you are a big fan of a fashion blogger or an athlete or someone like that, and they say, "Oh, I'm pregnant, the baby's due on whatever date," and you're excited, you can't wait to see the baby, and then they say, "Oh, for privacy reasons, we are not going to be sharing images of this child," and then the child, of course, gets to 3 or 4, and then they suddenly decide, "Oh, we're gonna show you guys now," and it's kind of like, well, that's not really the good bit. The baby's been knocking around for a while. We haven't really been on the journey, and sometimes it can make you unfollow that person because you're just thinking to yourself, well, you only want the fans for the hysteria, but you don't actually want to genuinely make the fans happy by sharing intimate snippets of your life. It's kind of like, you may as well not announce that you're pregnant if you're going to do that, because of course naturally people want to see the pictures, and Kate does that. She always lets us see the children. She always lets us see how they're developing, and it's just a nice thing to do. Meghan and Harry, on the other hand, they're very much those celebrities that most people just don't like, who will give with one hand but take with the other. So they're going to say, "Oh, we're going to have a baby on whatever, but we're not going to tell you exactly the date, and we're not going to tell you exactly just intimate details that you want." Now, we're now not going to see this child for probably a year, unless it's in some kind of exploitative Hello magazine photo shoot, or OK magazine, right? So it's kind of like yawn, yawn, yawn. It's for the fame, it's for the money. They want to capitalize and monetize upon everything. She even acted extremely weird when she had Archie, and she explained that during the Oprah Winfrey interview. She said, "Oh, it's because he wasn't going to be having security," even though Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice do not have any security. So not every member of the royal family has a 24-hour security service, especially when they're that far down in the line of succession. So what was she even moaning about? What was she even talking about? So it says here, well, Meghan has insisted that things be set up in such a way that there be a great mystery, a tremendously great mystery, because she understands that mystery sells, she added. Lady Colin alleges that Meghan seeks to become part of a list as in an A-lister, by not only causing havoc but also through making her private affairs somewhat an enigma to the public. She continued, she has understood that the way to increase her profile is not only to create havoc and confusion but mystery, which I think is true. I think that Meghan Markle likes us speculating. She likes us talking about her. She even likes the criticism, because with criticism she's getting PR, she's getting hits, she's getting people Googling her and looking for the latest updates on her antiques, and it makes money. You know, all of the traffic makes money for her, and it allows her to stay on the map, because she has no real intention to go back to acting, so she's not really relying on any real organic, God-given talent. It's not like she had a really bustling, thriving career like Grace of Monaco before she entered the royal family. So she needs to keep that intrigue, and it serves her very well to do that. And I think that, as Lady C goes on to say in this article, it's money, money, money. So she said, so even if it is on tape that she is popping out that baby, you can depend upon it. She was going to create a great mystery to add to the many other mysteries that she has been creating since she arrived on the scene. She added, it is all about money, it is all about fame and fortune, it is about keeping them on the front pages of newspapers on a daily basis. A representative for Meghan and Prince Harry has been contacted by express.co.uk for comment. There was huge excitement surrounding Archie's impending arrival 2 years ago, and a great celebration when it was confirmed the couple were now the proud parents to his son. However, royal watchers were also left with a number of questions following a very confusing birth announcement from the palace. And yeah, it was extremely weird. It was a weird time, and the cracks began to open up and show when Archie was born, and she had this elaborate fancy baby shower, and then there was this weird refusal to announce when he was born, and then they made a point of saying, oh, we are not going to tell you who baby Archie's godparents are. And it was kind of like, no one really asked. But then we were like, well, why aren't you going to tell us? Now we're asking, we want to know. You are public property. And then there was this whole debacle of, why should we have to say this, and why should we have to say that, and why should we have to explain how much money we spent on Frogmore, and why should we have to stand on those steps, and blah 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 blah. And no one really knew what was going on. And then there was the launch of the privacy case with her letter to her dad, and yada yada yada, and the rest is history. But nothing really made sense, and that was done with purpose, that was done with true intention, in order to engage the public. And it engaged the public mostly in a negative way, but people did tune in. People was trying to understand. People did not know what was going on. People was extremely confused as to what exactly they was trying to get at. So it says here, however, royal watchers were also left with a number of questions following a very confusing birth announcement from the palace and widespread media speculation about the birth that was not directly to do with either Meghan or Prince Harry. Buckingham Palace released a statement in the afternoon confirming that Meghan had gone into labour in the early hours of the morning. However, a second announcement stated she had delivered a son at 5:26 that morning. The two notices were made within less than 20 minutes of each other, even though Meghan had already given birth. So you can see that they was refusing to communicate with the palace, and they've done this also with the birth of their second child. They have refused to say directly to the palace what time she was born, and so on and so forth. They didn't tell Buckingham Palace that she was born on Friday at 11:45 a.m. they chose to tell everyone and the palace at the same time on the weekend. So they was caught off guard and they was blindsided yet again, which is weird, but then is it really weird? It's all about PR, intrigue and fame and money. So it says here, while Prince Harry and Meghan chose not to disclose any details themselves, a great deal of information was later retrieved. A great deal of information was later retrieved from Archie's birth certificate. Contrary to reports which stated Meghan had planned a home birth in Windsor, she delivered her son at the Portland Hospital in London. It was later revealed, or should we just say the surrogate? Could it be that all of this confusion is simply because Meghan Markle was using surrogates and, you know, she's using surrogates? I think that's what it is. So it continues on. It was later revealed that the couple had been whisked to London on Sunday night by their security team and had stayed at the hospital overnight until their son was born. Buckingham Palace confirmed that the baby, this is Archie, weighed 7 pounds 3 ounces and that the Duke was present for the birth. Well, they was both present for the birth as the surrogate pushed and pushed and pushed all night. Meanwhile, Lilibet was born 7 pounds 11 ounces last Friday UK time, and her name included a touching tribute, which was not a touching tribute, it was very exploitative to the Queen. So with all that being said, guys, there you have it. They're on the money, they're about the money, they want money. I'll be back with another video. Bye guys.